welcome back, Fire Addicts, to another episode of Trials Does Fire. Today, I got no two for you. Alright, so we're at the front of my property. This is at the firewood stand. It's really low right now. I need to restock it. But before I went on my trip to Oregon for the logging conference, I got some firewood. Not this firewood here, but my cedar guy messaged me, said that he had some cedar for me, and I wanted it in the front of my house, not where I usually have it at my driveway over here. And it's mostly these like slab pieces, which is fine. So what I ended up doing prior is I'll take my axe and I'll chop the bell end off so it's straight, do it on both sides, and then I'll take like a skill saw and then measure 16 and cut it, and I'll I'll dry them out and I'll use them for the firewood bundles, I think, or for kindling. I don't know, we'll see. But I had some rounds in here, which is cool. It's a big block from the mill, so not too bad. So that's in the front of the house, and it's out of the way, but it is kind of like an eyesore, so I want to get it processed out of here sooner than later. But I've been working on the fruit tree wood as of late, because that's going to take a long time to dry. So fast forward, and I get a message from one of my customers, and he's like, "Hey, I'm moving. I have some wood. I'll give you for free. Can you come look at it like right now?" And I'm like, I I was gonna go outside and split because it's a really nice day outside. It's like the end of winter, and it's like in the 60s sometimes this past week here in the PNW, which is crazy. So anyway, I go over to his house. He's like 5 minutes away from me, and he has scattered wood. It's all in here. The first part I want to say is fir. There's some mix of, I think right over there, I think that's maple, and then we have some mix of some cedar in here too. Random lengths. It has some 16s of the fir, and then some shorties in here. I'll use all of it. Either sell the cutoffs in a tote, or I'll burn it, or anything that's 16 I'll put and I'll stack and I'll sell. Now this wood it was on in the backyard, kind of muddy, kind of rocky, and a lot of it dirty. It is what it is. It's dirty, but so if it's too dirty, I may just put it in my own personal wood pile and burn it that way. I don't really want to sell dirty stuff, but worthwhile. But some of the fur over there were in these like massive rounds, so I had to use like a maul, an axe to chop them up into chunks so I could put them in my truck or put them in this trailer. So I did 3 rounds of burying with rounds in the back of my truck or chunks, and then it's like, you know what, let's just load it up in my trailer. So I did that, and then he backed up and he dumped it right here. Really um, close to the wood stand, but anyway, we got it done. It's here. We got the wood in. So that brings us to the topic of today's video. But before I get into that, check out my shirt. Get all Kent's cuts. He sent me a shirt in the back too. You can't see that, but he sent me a shirt wanting to show it off. I haven't worn it yet because I didn't want to get dirty and stained. But today, the tool that I'm gonna be using won't get me dirty. And then I got a sticker. You know this guy, Russell over at Willie's Firewood. Rock and roll, good channel, good guy. But this is my latest sticker. Now I had an idea where to put the stickers, and I don't think that's gonna work. So I'm gonna pause. I have about, I don't know, maybe like a dozen uh, channel stickers right now. And stay tuned, it's coming. It may take a few more weeks, but I have an idea to put it, and that should work out fine. That's all work out fine. Anyway, so I'll put you down and I'll show you the tool. All right, so the new tool is an axe. It's a little dirty right now. I was using it. I have used this prior to you seeing it, so I apologize. This is a 5-pound council tool with a 36-inch handle on it. You know, if you watch my channel before, the last few weeks, I've been getting more and more into axes, using axes, trying to weigh pros and cons or the time difference of splitting with by hand or with my splitter, and I know that my axes aren't meant for splitting, so wanted to get something that is meant for splitting. So I contacted my good buddy Brandon over at Whiskey River Trading, and I asked him, hey, for the money, what's a good axe? And he suggested that I get the Council Tool axe, the 5 pounder. I mean, it has a profile similar to like the wood bullet. Now, the wood bullet is like months and months out, and it's like $600. It's expensive. Definitely not. I can't. I can't afford that right now. Okay, I'd rather buy a chainsaw. I use chainsaw for that much money than buy an axe. Apparently, Buck and Billy Ray is coming out with a more cheaper one ahead to be put out soon. I don't know. So we'll see. Anyway, but Brandon told me about this axe on his supply website, and he told me to act fast because they'll no longer be carrying them, I guess. I want to preserve this one for sure. I think I'm going to put some rope on this part of the handle in case I do miss. It hits the rope and protects the axe handle. But yeah, this is the new tool. So let's try it out. I think before when you saw me use an axe in the front yard, I was just using a little tappy roo. But some of these pieces do have knots in them. So at the front of my property is trying to get this all sorted. Trying to figure out what to do with this wood, and it should be fine. It should be fine. The other thing with an axe is sometimes you can't pinpoint where the split's gonna be. So when I usually don't like using axe. Sometimes because I want to make sure that I can cut that I can split the wood where I want it to, because I saw a lot of bundle wood, and bundle wood wants to be uniform. It wants to be pretty, right? So that's that part. Some of the pieces I'll bring down for my splitter, but like yeah, this piece of fur here was in a big round, and I cut it into smaller pieces. Won't be too bad to split with an axe, I don't think. Yeah, that's not too bad. So I'm not going to be splitting on the ground because I'm on my gravel driveway. I don't know. What do you think? Would you? I think. I mean, I think with the weight helps with making sure that you can actually split the wood. You don't want it to be a really lightweight, dinky axe head, but we want to make sure that you can throw it around for a while and not get too tired. If that makes any sense. I don't know. Let me know if you have experience with this Council Tool axe. It's definitely sharp. It came pretty sharp. I think it's good to have a sharp axe when you're doing this type of work. And again, I'm not an axe pro. I'm getting into it, but I think there's a value of having a nice splitting axe that's meant to what it needs to do. Yeah, definitely. I mean, having to spend a good 4 hours that one day getting all this wood, I think was worth it. I mean, it is what it is in terms of it being dirty. There's no, it is what yeah, it's fine. But I'm trying to figure out what all to do with it, and because I was not prepared, a lot of this wood here was dumped right on my gravel driveway versus on a tarp, and I'm sure my gravel now is all full of wood shavings. So that's the bummer part. But free wood is free wood, and it was close by. Now, someone asked me recently, why don't I get a permit to go up in the county forest, whatever, and get a permit for a few $100 and cut down trees there and bring it home. Well, that would take me a few hours of travel time to go there. I don't mind paying the fee by any means. A few hours of travel time, And for me, if I'm gonna get free wood, especially if free wood I need to pick up, I want to be very, very close to my house. I can get free wood all day long close to my house. That's not a problem. But if I have to travel to the next town over, that's gonna have to be some pretty good wood or a hardwood or something like that. It's not every day that I go too far away. I hope that makes sense. So for the question, that's why I haven't. I know that's an option. I just haven't done it yet because I have other wood that's closer to me. And when you're trying to not depend or rely on free wood like a tree service would, but that's one areas where I get my wood that you don't want to. It's especially doing this part time is how much time that you are spending on gathering the wood versus processing, stacking, etc. of it, because that all takes time, right? That all takes time. So this was like a few minutes from my house. Wasn't too bad. Not prepared for it. Oh, flick. But it should work out. It should be worth my time. Some dirt, some rot, I'll burn myself. I think it's cedar. Yeah, that's cedar. Took it all for a good price. Free is a good price. So far, so good on this axe. I appreciate, like I said before, I appreciate how it's sharp. The weight, I think, is right there. I'm not sure if I want to swing around a heavier splitting axe, like an 8-pounder or whatever. I think that would be for like a mole. But again, I'm not an expert on axes. I won't claim to be. Still learning the ropes. But yeah, that's some good wood there. But if you're, this, if you know the difference, let me know. And I think the handle has something to do with it too. But this is the same width profile this way. Maybe not perfect, but similar, way more than my other axes. This would be similar to in that spectrum of the wood bullet. So for those of us who want a wood bullet but can't afford one, I think this is a good option. Now I think I got this tax shipped. I don't know, like I think this axe was like $100 or so. I don't recall. It wasn't too steep, but for the amount of wood that I bring in and process, and wanting to get a good workout with the axe, I think it was worth it. But I would like to know your thoughts down in the comments. Would you have this? Do you have this axe, or would this suit you in your operations, in your wood yard, or would you use a split? I think having an axe is good. Not that you need to have an axe to everything you split. There are there's some wood in here that is too knotty to fit with this, and I'll just bring out. I'll just say that, put it aside, put it down next to my splitter, and when I have enough, I'll use a splitter, and we'll take care of it, right? We'll just take care of it. Yeah, that was a good hit there. That was a good hit. Perfect. So I think so. If you're new to the channel or didn't hear me last time, something I like to do, bring out the axe, this type of wood. Sometimes I can get split. So this split right here is because it was how it was split off from the round, but that's the uniform piece. That's great for bundlewood there. Great for bundlewood. Now, there's that balance between the amount of time that you take to bring out the splitter, get all set up, having to stage it, on your table or whatever, and then having to split for a bit, and then having whatever fast your cycle time is, type thing. Then versus having to split with an axe, and it goes a little faster. It's just more work on your effort, on your body, right? More work on your body. So whatever that balance is, I think there's value in figuring out that balance, in my opinion. See if I can get this out of here. The only bad thing about this specific wood is because it's so different that it's gonna be a chore to sort into cedar versus non-cedar, chunks versus the 16s, and what I'll stack for personal and what I'll stack for selling. It will vary. That's the downfall of this wood. Not complaining. I'm just saying that's the downfall of the wood. Yeah, good old axe. Feels good in your hands. Feels good in your hands. Now, some of this I don't need to do a full swing. Some of this I do need to do the full swing. So that's why you see me do little taps versus full-on swings. It all depends on the wood. But if I can do a little more, or I can be more aggressive with my tap, still do a half swing, and that should be enough. That saves on the body, I would say. Oh, while you're here, I just wanted to mention something. I have a Facebook group called the Firewood Addicts, and I had a goal of making like 100 members by the end of the year, and I think I'm at like 400, 500. I forget now. Not that it really matters, but the group is growing, and you have Bob Nelson and Andrew Easton posting on there on behalf of Easton Maid and Wolfridge. So it's a popular group. If you want to join, let me know, or just answer a few questions. So it's just a short episode. Just wanted to introduce the new tool, and so if you see on the channel, and now you know where it came from and the purpose. Now this will not replace Big Red. It's to be a substitute, something just to have in my arsenal. It's good to kind of upgrade what you have available to you. Once in a while. So it wasn't too bad of a buy. I may have more axes in the future. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I appreciate it. So that's it for this time. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. And until next time, remember, less short to be a prick, so be kind to one another. Rock and roll. Stay safe. Keep cutting. Cheers.